G'day guys and welcome, this is Dusty here today to do a custom steering wheel change. Here is the new one, as you can see. 25 bucks on eBay, quite cheap, looks much nicer. I actually can't really go back anymore because I'm in the driver's seat as far as I can go back. But we're going to be changing the steering wheel today. I'll show you how to do that. Let's get into it. The first thing you want to do is disconnect your battery. Now it is hard to show, but at the back of your steering wheel, you're going to have two Phillips head screwdrivers, just right there as you can see. This is the right hand side, you see one on the left hand side as well. They could be in a different location depending on the car, but just look for those and unscrew them. So as you will see now, I've taken those two screws off. Now just look out for any wires that may be connected there. As you can see, if I was too rough on that, I could rip that out. Now you'll see there's a horn button there you can disconnect. I've got my hands full right now. There's a couple of, just wires here. Just disconnect those and we'll get back onto it. So that is now taken off, and as you can see, we've got these wires disconnected. Now, the next part is to take off this I'm pretty sure it's 19mm bolt. This is what holds the steering wheel in place. It's very tightly in there, so it may be a bit of a hassle to get off in older cars. Anyway, I'll show you how to do that. I would actually recommend using a car brace, but we'll see how that goes. So get your wheel brace, you can get it from Super Cheap Auto, as you can see here. Now this is actually a 17mm bolt, so what I'll do is get the 17mm side and I'll put that onto the nut. And I'm going to loosen that. Now before you do take the whole nut off, just make sure you leave it loosely, like finger tight, because we're actually going to take the steering wheel off by hand, then take the nut off. You'll see what I do after. The bolt is also now loose, as you can see. Now take that as much as you can off, just to the edge. And then what you want to do is with your steering wheel, try and just nudge it off with quite a lot of force. The reason why I keep the bolt on is so you actually won't have any issues. If you do nudge this off really aggressively, it will not hit your face. Anyway, I'll do that now, and then I'll show you how the result is. Guys, I am just so bloody exhausted. It's been probably about 20 minutes, and I took off all of this exterior shit. Finally, I mean, I'm not even joking, this is one of the most tightest things I've ever taken off, and there you go, finally. And look what I even did here. I also, with all the force that I had, I actually damaged the horn plate. So I've got no horn now, possibly, but this was just an absolute pain to get off. I'm just so exhausted, and also, there's a lot of disgusting hairs and stuff. You can't see that well, but there's a lot of disgusting things on that steering wheel I'm definitely going to clean out. Now, get your boss kit. This is the adapter to the steering wheel, and look for the part that says top. There could be like an up arrow, something like that, as you can see. And what that means is you put this on the top. Make sure that is in line with the road, you can say. I'll just probably sort that out once I let the camera go. But yeah, that goes on like that, as you can see. Make sure the top's on the top. Next, you put on this metal plate that goes over the top of the boss kit, just like that. And make sure that you can see the holes for the screws, as you can see here. I got an Allen key with mine. If you don't have an Allen key, they're cheap at Super Cheap Auto. Just buy a set there. But you use that to put in your bolts. So you get your steering wheel, as you can see. You put that on there, and then you screw in your bolts with the Allen key. Okay, so I've put the steering wheel on the car. I've tightened all of these nuts up, or bolts you can call them. I've plugged in the horn button, but do not put that on yet because you need to put on your nut. So I've done that, and make sure that bolt is super, super tight. You do not want that being finger tight or anywhere near loose. And there you go. All you're going to do now is you'll just kind of, tuck in the wire and plug in your horn button. There's no battery, so I can't really, hear that yet. But let's have a better look at this steering wheel. It does look amazing, that steering wheel. Looks more of a race car, I would definitely say. It did take quite a while because of the nuisance of getting the steering wheel off, but apart from that, it was great fun, and it just looks absolutely amazing. Also, compared to that old shitty steering wheel, it will just be much more grippy and easy to control while driving. But yeah, I'm so happy with that. We did take off all this plastic and all that, but, I was going to do that anyway. Yeah, that is basically it. And I'll actually probably test out the horn when I get the battery plugged in after, but I am very happy with that. And as you can see, I did take out all of the rear installation. I'll get all the black stuff off, probably after, so I'm not too concerned about that. But yeah, a bit more weight taken out. There's a whole bag full of the insulation in there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And by the way, have a look at this. Yeah, you can't judge me now, can you? Anyway, that is the awesome steering wheel that's been put in. Hope I did help a lot of people out there. Yeah, have a safe day. Adios.